Hey guys, back at you with another episode from RedneckJDM. Today we got another parts install on the Raptor 660. We got a new grab bar, LED taillight, coolant bottle guard, and a new gas cap going on the Raptor. Take a look at our parts sitting right behind me here. We got our DCP grab bar that I picked up off eBay for about $200. They are made in a little bit smaller batches. I do think I chatted with the seller for a little bit, and they do have some different styles and colors available for different models of quad. Next up, we also have our HEP coolant bottle guard for the Raptor 660. They put the coolant bottle in kind of a bad place on those quads. It sits right behind the rear fender where there's a pretty high likelihood of getting a stick through it. So I just wanted to add some extra protection to that. And we also got our HEP tail light. This is a stock replacement. A little bit nicer looking than that big bulky red one. And should be a little bit brighter being that it's an LED. Looks to be a pretty easy install with just 2 bolts and a couple wires that will have to run to the battery. Next up here, we also have our Alba Racing gas cap. Picked this up for about $20 or $30. It should have the little nozzle that goes on top, hidden in the box somewhere. Just wanted to keep that nice blue color scheme going on the quad, so I figured that would be a nice addition. We'll go ahead and remove the old grab bar and tail light, and then we can go ahead and get on with the install, guys. Okay, we're on the back side of the quad here. Now we'll take a look at the bolts that we have to remove to get this old grab bar and tail light out. Looks like we just got 2 bolts under there, 1 on each side right there, and then 1 on each side right there as well. So we'll go ahead and cut to a time lapse of me pulling those out and the old tail light and grab bar off, and then we can go ahead and get the new ones installed. So we got the grab bar off and we got the light hanging down here. Now it's just held on by our wire, which is tucked behind our coolant bottle. So we're gonna have to take that off and then we can take the wiring off. There we go. Now we can access our wiring here. How does Yamaha's clip work? Every car manufacturer and automaker of any sort has some sort of interesting clip design that they make next to impossible to take apart. Come on, screwdriver. Piece of crap. Okay, let's see if we can get this to go down. There we go. Popped out, just needed a little bit extra help. We're going to cut this little clip down now as well. Get a knife in there. There we go. Old lights out. we'll get our tail light open now. There we go. Little solder connections and our instructions and our light. Looks pretty straightforward. A couple wires and 2 bolts that hold it in, and we should be good to go. I'll show you guys how we put this LED light and the license plate holder back together. I first had to remove the license plate holder from the old light. Only took a couple seconds. It was 2 bolts and you just had to do a little bit of prying. Okay. So, fits together like so. Pop these screws in from the bottom, slide them over like so. Thread this in. Just going to leave it loose so that we can make adjustments once we're putting it on the quad. There we go. Have to grab the other one. Here we are. There we go. Just like that. Go ahead and put it on the quad and then we can do the wiring. Okay, we're at the quad here now. Test it, make sure everything lines up. Looks like that'll work perfect. We'll go ahead and throw a couple of these bolts in. There we are. Perfect. Throw this side in now. There we go. Okay, we're going to put our grab bar in here now. I did have to bend these slightly just because they weren't in the right position, but it's pretty easy just because they're steel. Okay, so slide that on in there, in behind this. Can be a little bit tricky. There we go. Throw a couple of our bolts in here now. gonna need an extension on this side, so I'm gonna throw this side in first. Help me hold it up. There's one. Two. Help us hold it in place there. Gonna throw this little side support bolt in here. There we go. Ah, doesn't want to slide in. There we go. Finally. Did not want to cooperate. There we go. Throw one of the bolts in this side. Kind of need an extension because it's in a bit of a goofy place. Not the most fun to get in. Oh, come on. Oh, we make it. Oh, I think we made it. Perfect. A little bit tough to line up this side. So you got to get the grab bar, the plate holder, and the frame hole all lined up in one, which can be a little bit troublesome. Tighten that up a little bit more. There we go. Nice and sturdy. We're going to tighten these two license plate screws down here. Oh, that's the wrong way. There we go. Perfect. Nice and secure. Just how we like it. Last thing we're going to have to do for our taillight is we're going to have to cut this wire off of our stock taillight and rewire it onto our new taillight. That way we can still utilize the old plug on this wire, and it should plug right on into our wiring harness, and our brake light as well as our taillight should function 100% properly without any issues. Okay guys, looking good. Got our new tail light and our grab bar installed. We'll go ahead and throw our coolant bottle back on as well as our guard. Open up our Alba gas cap here. There we are. Pop this on there like so. Perfect. Okay, now that we got everything wired together, we're just going to crimp these off and we should be good to go. One more good one in the middle. There we go. There we are, all crimped together. We are all finished up our install for today. We'll take a closer look at the rear end now that we got everything put together. Much more aesthetically pleasing if you ask me. We'll take a closer look at our grab bar here now. Do have to say I really like this grab bar. Gives you much better room to grip onto it if you need to reef the quad around for any reason, as well as gives you some nice footing for popping those wheelies. Move on down here to our HEP bottle guard. Certainly seems like it'll do its job. If a stick gets up in there, that it should stop it from going through our coolant bottle or reservoir, whatever you want to call it. Moving on up here to our Alba Racing gas cap. Certainly seems like it's pretty high quality for how much I paid for it. Got zero complaints about that. Well, I guess the only other little thing is that this comes off quite easily, but it's not really a big deal. I got a replacement if I ever lose it. Turn our ignition on here now so that you guys can see what our new LED taillight looks like. It is certainly pretty bright, much more bright than that stock big bulky red bubbly taillight that was in there previously. Wasn't a real big fan of that. Looks much more futuristic now if you ask me. I honestly think that this is a repurposed or retrofitted truck light of some sort. But it seems to do its job and was easy to wire, so I'm not going to complain. Show you guys from the side here a little bit so you guys aren't blinded by the light. Looks quite nice with that red Big Gun Evo R exhaust on there as well. That is all I got for you guys today. If you guys could please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. That would be a huge help to me here at the channel and bringing you guys future videos just like this one. Please be sure to stay tuned for next week's episode where we will be installing a new set of handlebars, new grips, new oil dipstick, new clutch and brake levers, as well as a few other little goodies like a new switch panel. Thank you so much for staying tuned right to the end now, guys. We'll see you next time.